What's up, everybody? Pete Ricky here, and today I'm just trying to help everybody out with running in Speed Stars. So, I think I got a little too low there. Wasn't bad. So, if you're trying to really get better at Speed Stars, I got one thing for you, and one thing to tell you specifically. Now, I'm going to start off with beginners, what I should tell you guys. Now, what I see with a lot of beginners, like brand new players, we usually see this type of form, I should say. You get this. Actually, I'm doing pretty good with this. Holy cow. That's like way more better than I expected. So either I see players holding too hard their taps, holding their taps too light, tapping too fast, and that's what we're trying to fix today. So I might as well run with Tog 1, see how I do. Or not Tog 1, what am I talking about? Default. Well, that was my best run with Tog 1 I've had in a really long time. Not Tog 1. Why do I keep on saying it's default build? Anyways. Now, we are moving on, at least for the 100 meter, to more intermediate players. You played the game for a month or longer, and maybe you've been grinding, maybe you haven't, but this is where maybe you have actually, gotten the thing you paid the $3.99 or $2.99, however much it costs to actually get the full game, and you decide you want builds. Well, here's some pretty good builds I can suggest for you guys. I think the basics for some, older builds, like they're called the basics. Giant. This is a really good build. The get used to, these builds. Honestly, this is probably like a top 5 build in the game, too, on top of it. So, if you get really good with this thing, really experienced, never know. One day you might reach like a top 100 time. I'm not locked in right. What is Colosian running with that build? Bro. I'm a little bit washed with Giant. This used to be my build when I was I don't know, I probably third or fourth month of playing Speed Stars. I saw this build. Everybody was using it. All the good players. I just decided, hey, I might as well use it too. My taps are awful, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I'd say top speed, something you guys gotta work on. Top speed is a huge thing. Acceleration, hitting really good miles per hour, like let's say 31, 32. The 4x100 is perfect for training, being able to get to that like high point in, miles per hour. This is what I do sometimes. I used to do it a lot more. I would train, I'd run consistently in the 4x1 until I'm not even running that good. 24.9. Maybe I should have stopped. I mostly run consistently, until I get like really, really good miles per hour. Like that. Like 30. Oh man, that was one of my worst forms, and I hit that time. Good lord, y'all should have seen how I was tapping the screen. It was awful. Holy cow, I am washed. It's because freaking, I don't know. All right, now let's talk about the 200 meter. Let's first run with a default for, brand new players and all that stuff. What was that? So mostly you kind of want to go with the 5.0 cadence the whole race. Kind of get your head up straight here and then catapult yourself to catapult yourself kind of to why is my brain pooping itself right now? Mostly just trying. Whoa, my brain! Holy cow, the fog is just a machine right now. So mostly it's like catapulting yourself to get more higher, miles per hour, get that faster speed. So right around, I got a little too early up straight, and then you kind of wanna lean forward just a teeny bit. Wow, that's awful. That's right. That's why I don't run with default. Now, what I do suggest for most people, this isn't early 2024 speed stars anymore, where you can run with power builds. Now you have to run with stand-up builds in the 200 meter, which is pretty crazy to say. For me, it is still because I remember using like Drew build and everything, getting like PRs and all that stuff. I don't think my start is great either, so do not mimic my start. I've just grown used to it. I think it's more of a new gen start too, like that 2024 gen start. Usually, you want to get your head up early, I think. What most pros tell you is get your head up early, or kind of early. You still have a little lean forward. I can't really do any special editing because it's too much work. What I'd say is Speedstars News. He has some really good tips. Speedstars Tips and Tricks too. Look those guys up. They have really good tips about running some events. I know Tips and Tricks doesn't have that many videos, but his 200 meter I'd say is helpful still, even though I don't know, it's like a little bit outdated. It's still really good info for everybody that's has access to all the events. Let's try another one. Let's go to the 300 meter. This is where your mental toughness gets tested. One of the most grueling events to play in the game. Oh, my total score keeps on just going down. Now let's check race of the day. Total score. That's not total score. Average score. Let's go. All right, 300 meter is just not fun. It isn't sometimes. This is where real men show how good they are at the game. Yeah, this is just so many hackers too, sheesh. Very difficult. You need lots of skill for this one, I'd say. But sometimes you don't. A lot of people like to say this is a luck-based event. I might agree with them. Once again, using solid build. This is what most people usually use. Pros, some of the best players in the world love using this build in this event. And the 200. Some even using the 400. This is just a really decent, solid build for like multiple events. I don't believe my start is that good. I don't know what's going on. I guess you gotta go 5.0 cadence the whole race. Kind of just run. Have a slight lean back. And once again, we're just going to try and catapult ourselves lean back a little bit, just a teeny bit. Boom. Then we lock in. Oh boy, wow. I don't know what's going on. My holding my taps is awful today. What is going on? Why did it decide that? Well, I'm gonna lean back just by a centimeter, then I'm gonna go forward. I will say, since this new update did happen, the lean back glitch happens on every phone, no matter what now. Tablets, phones. Let me know in the comment section, actually, if you're not having any lean back issues. Because you are lucky. Everyone has it. I just got an iPhone. Alright? I played Speedstars on it. That was not fun. Because, well, I didn't feel like paying for a second time for this game. The other thing was the ads were awful. Holy cow. I feel so bad for players that don't pay to play. I have a serious newfound respect. I used to be one of those guys. It wasn't as bad as it is now. The internet will go out on you. It's not even actually the internet. It will just ban you from leaderboards for 3 seconds. Or take off leaderboards and everything. That is genuinely sad. You see there? I've wasted already way too much energy. I mean, I was surprised if I even hit a good time. Back to my tips. Asked to make tutorials, so I'd say also another thing, when I, learned how to get a lot better at this game, I mean, hand cams are very good for some players. Some players just like to listen to people's taps. 300 BPM is perfect. That's the perfect form for tapping, 300 BPM. I don't even know what my BPM is. I wish there was a tester for your how you tap your screen, what the BPM is. That'd be cool. But oh, where was I? Oh wait. Awful time. Where was it? Oh, yeah. And also adding, I'd say having some people that are your level in your race, and then having people that may be, pretty decent, and then have, 1 or 2 pros in your race. Let me make one. Alright, so here's a race I made. So, let's just say you are a pretty intermediate level. I do have some guys in here that are top 10,000 times, some top 1,000. I say having somebody at least that isn't a hacker, by the way, that has a top 1,000 time. Using that as a pacer most of the time is pretty good. Because, if you're not hitting good times in Speedstars, study your pacers. This is what I did. I used to study Ramen's form in the 800. That helped me massively. I tried to kind of practice and imitate his taps. This is before I actually knew who Ramen was. All I knew was, oh, he's some guy in Speedstars that has top 10 times or whatever at the time. He had at one point I think he had a 126. Now he's not as serious about the Speedstars like this, which is unfortunate. But there's been a lot of players retiring recently, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad to see players go. Actually, I have something to announce. Speedstars Tips and Tricks, I think he's like taking a break from the game. Alluring, I know last time I talked to him, he said he would come back to Speedstars if he hits like I think mostly if he like beats Bread's time maybe, or gets a 10:03, a low 10:03 by the way. That's what Alluring said. So, and he might come back to the NR8, which that would be awesome. We do miss Alluring. I miss Alluring a lot. He was funny. I hate it when our players leave because they're like, well, I did everything. No, you didn't. I don't believe you did everything in the game. I've heard this from many players from, 2025 to like now, that they say they did everything. You were never like, a lot of these players, some of them weren't even like top 3. I mean, there are some top 3, but you were never considered the greatest of all time. Then you probably shouldn't retire Speedstars and say, well, I already did everything. If you already did everything, then you'd be a GOAT at one point, you know what I mean? Don't give up. Like, even when you're at the highest peak, don't give up until you get truly washed or something, you know what I mean? If you get washed at this game, alright, you maybe should retire. Or you think you're too old for this game, which some players are pretty old. There used to be this one guy that was like 40 years old. So I know there's like some 50-year-old players out there too. I'm not judging. Oh, I should go back to coaching, shouldn't I? Alright, I'm so sorry about that. So, 300, like I've been saying, is just such a grueling, difficult event. Oh, watch this. I think I've barely even completed any races, actually. Oh, yeah. We are not hitting them times. Isn't this just a reskin of Solid? Well, let me try and find it. It's like same everything. I don't know why it's whenever you put the green puffiness on his head. Well, he becomes an all-time great player. Well, that was easy. Guys, let's see how much it changes my... I don't know, maybe the hair's like a buff. I have no idea. That'd be the funniest thing of all time. Or could help you maybe correct your form a little bit. I kind of helps. Just a little bit. Maybe helps me focus on his head a little bit more with, staying like pretty decently consistent. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just washed. All right. Next up, 400 meter. Glitch build. This is great. He's not even actually glitched. I don't know why he's called that at this point. I have one of the weirdest starts, I believe. That's like a decent time. I think most players that I've talked to have told me to start at like, do, 5.0 cadence at, like, for 50 meters. You do that for 50 minutes and stop. It's like, what is that? I ain't doing it. Oh, then do 4.3. Actually, I kind of do that, don't I? This is kind of general's form. Not perfect, but try my best to get a better form. Let's see what time I get. All right. 39:15 actually is not too bad for my first run. That's like average for my first run, kind of. Surprised I haven't run like a... Actually, what am I talking about? I'm surprised I haven't ran a 38.7. Like, what am I talking about? Genuinely. All right. I don't know if I'll be posting this weekend because I'll be very busy. I'll be in Michigan and Indianapolis, so I don't know, guys. I know Generate account. I don't know what's gonna be posted on there. I don't really manage that stuff. Also, who said I was managing the Generate account? Was it on Rafa's video? I saw that. I was like, does he know? That's like general and shade, yo. I know I'm like co-owner, but I'm like not really managing that crap right now. If I get invited, I will. Alright, I think that's enough 400 meter. Cadence, you know, let's write it down for people that actually kind of understand track. So, I'd say first 50 meters to 100, you do like 5.0, 4.7 maybe to 5.0. Next up, you got that little, it's a weird phase. I don't know what to call it. Maybe it's your floating phase. So you're kind of like chilling, you're floating. 4.3 cadence for like 100 meters. Actually, scratch that. Like 93 meters. It's a random number, but still. So mostly for 90 meters, you go 4.3. Then you go back. You kind of go up 4.5. And you have your little hawk down. Hold your taps a little harder. If you want to, go 5.0 cadence. That's what I do. I'm pretty sure in my run. Might as well go study my run for you guys. Mochi is a great pacer, by the way. I think he has like a top 50 time in the 400 meter. Dirty also, he's really good in a good amount of events. Not all, but he's got really good times. He's pretty solid. I might have to ask Mochi, what the heck does he do? Like, what is his form? Face camera. I mean, why did I say face cam? Hand cam or something, because I need to see that. Really, my opinion, hand cams never have helped me, because I don't know how, hard or, how long you're holding your taps for. I just see you tapping a screen. That doesn't help. I'm going to be honest, hand cams do not help me at all. Helps you. That's wonderful. I wish I had that. Where hand cams help me. Never had that before. Switch up the form a little bit. Oh, it's 10:22. almost my bedtime and I gotta do school. Alright. Oh. Hold up. Am I cooking? Nope. 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 Awful. Alright, next event. A 40-yard dash? Yeah, let's do it for you boys. So, I'd say start. Actually, my start is pretty good to actually replicate in the 60 and 40-yard dash. And, 60 in the relay or whatever it is. Because I may actually get locked in. Sheesh. Washed. Having a 40-yard dash in a little bit. I can't wait for all the hackers times to get put off. Holy cow, I'll be so happy. I'll be like, well, you're actually like a top 40 player right now. Alright, starting to get a little locked in. And by not explaining these good enough, please let me know in the comments section. I thought I was locked in enough, but I think I'm too focused on running. I've already wasted way too much time on talking about speed stars. Alright. 40-yard dash is like a mediocre event. It's mostly just, how do I say it? I don't know. You tap a little bit quicker. That's one big thing that like changes your whole entire run. Like a 5.5 cadence. People don't really tell you that. Some do, a lot don't. You actually have like around a 5.5 cadence. I've watched Dirty's runs. That man has a 5.5 cadence. So make sure you guys tap like that. Another thing is being consistent with your taps. Yeah, that's a crazy split I just sold. Being very consistent with your taps. Having the same, holds with your thumbs or like you tap with at this point. Well, let me do a. I'm doing too fast for use form. I think is that too fast for use form? I can't remember. Somebody's form where they use their finger and middle finger with one hand. What are we doing? Tap my fingers real quick. Awful time. Did somebody one time tap with their feet? That'd be funny. I swear I heard somebody talking about that one. Yeah, this guy like tapped with his feet and still got like a 890 or something. Like, come on. That'd be funny. If it is true. I do not want to see that foot. It's not even a hand cam, it's a foot cam. Alright. Good little hawk down there. 621. Yeah, most people say put your cadence at 5.0. I'm not, the best person to talk about, some events, but I'm mediocre at some. Alright, this is probably the last thing we're going to do, the medley. Mostly whatever I talked about in all the other events is what you should be doing. Oh, we sold. Holy cow. That second leg was pretty mediocre. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Yeah, 637 split is not great. Oh, that lactic acid. That's what I was trying to talk about earlier. That lactic acid, when it comes in, it's not fun at all. Lactic acid is not your friend either. Oh, what? Swiping. I'm swiping. I know I'm swiping. You guys can probably see me swiping. Oh! I still had a good time. Okay. Let's actually talk about this run now. Give it a little rundown. So mostly here, we are looking at one of the most simplest phases, the 60 meter. Probably one of the easiest too. Just make sure you got a swipe right here. Biggest keys. 622, we probably sold like a... If I kept really good here, kind of keep your head lower. Oh, was it nowhere? Want your head like around here. Do not keep it straight up like this. Yeah, see, like where their heads are at are here. Mine was kind of like here. Definitely got that stuff down. This start was pretty bad. Yeah, that little weird leg hop thing that messed up everything with that run. So let's do one more 4x1. Yeah. So mostly what I like to do is 4.3 cadence. So first we go 4.3, then we go 4.5 and 6. Then I should say what so mostly 200 meters. You do that. For in that 400 meter drive phase, or 400 meter, the fourth leg you're doing, 4.3 first 200 meters, then 100 meters, 4.6, then kind of go like a 5.0, right around there. Or you could also go 4.0. It depends. It really does depend on your form, I guess. For me, I like going 5. What was that? Yeah, usually it's the third leg I struggle with the most. For a reason, swiping is just not a thing anymore. I know I do have my sensitivity low, but I need it that low for a reason. This hawk down. I can't remember. Is it Lee? Oh gosh, how did I forget his name? Lori? Or is that like Cam? I don't know. This is one of the most important stretches of your life. Genuinely, like, what's going on? Hold up. Change the head. Changes everything. It helped. It helps. Trust me, guys. It helps. It helps. Awful run. That's what I have to say right there. Sheesh. Not happy at all. Alright, I don't know what happens there. I'm like being really racing next to myself. And this event specifically. Mother. Alright, it wasn't as good, but still did a decent job. Let's do 110. This is not my event at all. Use this zigzag build. We're seeing where the heck this thing is. I do not have good form in the 110 hurdles. I've only had like good form a couple of times, and that's it. I'll be honest with y'all. And then whenever I have good form, I just run into a hurdle. Yeah, see, that's really bad. The start was bad, everything was bad, but I'll be honest. You guys see what I'm talking about? Too tired to get upset. Wow, 25.7. Oh. I don't think that build's very good. Eli old. The Eli old build. This might be actually decent. I am speed. It's gonna be like the most grueling, boring video to watch of all time. Caparona! Alright, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you guys have a good one. And goodbye!